Hey Andy, just going to go over some things here and show you a few core concepts of a website and what it can do for you. So when we look at what we type into Google here, these are referred to as keywords in case you didn't know that already. Um, and the first thing you're going to see after you type in a keyword and get your results is ads, which is probably the most I've ever seen. And then typically it's the map pack, which is this. Um, but for whatever reason, they've got higher ranking websites above it, and the people also ask for them. So this is our top organic search right here, beardbrand.com. It's specifically their beard oil page. Um, Typically, it'll take you to a home page first, but they're ranking so high on that they're ranking above everybody else. So another important fact is the map pack right here. So, sorry, when we look at this, usually it'll give us the top three and then show where they're at on the map. Obviously, that's a big deal because it's very eye catching. It's one of the first things you typically see. This is kind of a rare case where it isn't towards the top. Um, so what we want to look at is how these are ranked versus how these websites are ranked. The way that works is these are actually ranked differently. So when we look at, Ulta Beauty, we'll bring this up. Um, it's going to rank according to something called citations. So essentially, the amount of times that your website is your address and phone number and all that information is put into a directory site. So if you have one, you need to have like a listing in Yelp and Google and Yellow Pages, all any single website that you can find that can list businesses. That's how these are ranked. Now, typically, I deal with local businesses, local services. So on a national level, things are a little different, um, depending on what you're looking for. But that, for the most part, is how it works. You also want to have all your information up to date. Want to have good 5-star reviews and lots of pictures in this section right here. Um, and then for the organic searches here, which are these websites that show up, you want a few things. First, good content, which is typically all the text and stuff that's on the front page. We're going to just go to the home page here. Typically, you want to have like 1,500 words on the front page, and then 500 words on each subsequent back page. Now, that's kind of the base of it. Now, to get Google to make you rank for certain keywords, like what we typed in, um, you want those words kind of hidden through, not hidden, but put into your content on the front page and every other page. So you want good long paragraphs and sentences that are framed with phrases like beard oil or, you know, a number of other keywords. We're going to go over those here in a minute. Um, but uh, when you have the proper keywords, once you have those in, and Google has taken a look at your website and gone through it and started to see what you're going to be ranked as far as your website goes, it will start putting together that list and compiling it and saying what you need. So um, once you've got all those keywords set, you can actually change the content so that you don't have a lot of that on there anymore. That's why they don't actually have too much on their website as far as text is. Also, newsletters and blogs also help create new content. So as long as you're writing continuously, um, you're putting out new content with new keywords and attracting that much more to your website. It's an ever changing way of getting more content and thereby ranking for more keywords continuously. So we go into their website. We're going to take a look at their breakdown here. Obviously, this is on a national scale, which is what I think you're going after. You can see they bring in 174,000 people. That's organic traffic right here. That's 174,000 people clicked on their website in the past month. You can see how long they've been working on it from January 2014 going into now, steadily increasing. They rank for 62,000 keywords, and we can see which ones they're ranking for and their position according to those. So, of course, their name's going to be in there a lot because they're beard brand. But like phrases like beard styles, beards, beard oil, they're number 5 on beard oil. And that's 66,000 people searched that term in the past month. So if you're even to get, 5% of that, you're going to be solid. But goatee, 98,000. There's a lot of random words you'd want to include into your, into your website. So, beard oil versus balm, 2,600. You can see the high thousands start to drop off, except for right here. I guess beard is 103,000. I will show you just a little bit more specific on this. Let's just pick beard. We can see here 103,000 people looked at it, and it has a keyword difficulty of 61 out of 100. So 0 to 100, and it's a 61. So it's hard to rank for that. You'd have to have, as we can see here, we can estimate that you'll need backlinks from roughly 134 websites to rank in the top 10 for this keyword. So that brings me to backlinking. Backlinking essentially is attaching your website to other reputable websites. So, putting your actual address on, say, like a comment on a blog with a decently written comment that has enough, range in it for Google or for the website not to be like, hey, this is just garbage. They're just trying to attach to our website. Some places will let you buy ad space on their websites for, $60 a year to, attach to it. It has to be relevant. So you can't just put your beard website on a pizza place. You're not going to get any traffic from that because Google sees that it's not relevant to you at all. But if you continue to, attach yourself to grooming websites and, things like that, you can see what it can do for you. So essentially you need good content, lots of backlinks, and, continuous content as well with a blog. Blog isn't completely necessary, but I'd say in this instance it kind of is just because of the competitors you're going up against nationally. I'm sure you could get decent traffic just off a well-built website, but I think a blog would be a good idea in the future. Also, I mentioned briefly that we do Google ads and Facebook ads. That's actually a really good way to get to get more clients while you're ranking your website as you're going up the ranks in Google, because that can take a while. Ads are a short-term fix and can usually, and we've seen this plenty of times. We actually got a photographer about 34 clients in about a month or so on Facebook ads alone. Google ads can be a lot more expensive, and they like to take advantage of people who don't know what they're doing. It kind of sucks, but that's how it works. They like to maximize every aspect of you putting your product out there, so they like to charge as much as they can and encourage you to do that. Facebook's a little better at that, surprisingly. They don't try to take advantage of people, and they actually try to create the best ad campaigns that they can for somebody. And like I said, we've got that pretty down. You just got to have a good eye for campaigning and catching people's eye. But relatively cheaper for sure. The other aspect I think we can talk about for a second is the SOAP. We'll take a look at that. So keywords, we'll go back into SOAP. Let's see, bar SOAP. So this is pretty encouraging, actually. Just bar SOAP alone is almost 10,000 people with a KD of 22. That's still pretty difficult, but it's better than 60s and 50s and whatnot. What we really want to work through is the 0 to 5 range, typically, because that's easiest to get to the quickest. But 0 to 10 range is doable as well. But as we can see, there's plenty of room to work here. Bar soap holder, that's something you should definitely look into. Looks like, because holy crap, 1,500 people with a keyword difficulty of 1 looking for bar soap holders. And yeah, we can go over the keywords more and more depth, but there is plenty at work here, with relatively easy, depending on which ones we look at, relatively easy keywords to rank for. Just wanted to show you candles as well. I think one that I saw was, I think, black candle. Surprisingly, that one had a huge really huge high volume amount of searches. And yeah, black candle, almost 4,500 people with a 0 KD. I mean, that's easy to rank for right off the bat. I mean, we could we'd have to put basically no work into doing that. So if you want to sell some black candles, looks like that'd be an easy money grab real fast. So yeah, if you want to talk about this a little bit more, I think you definitely have a good business model to start working with. And if you want to talk more about it, let's do it, man. Later.